Welcome to MMA Unleashed. Your fight news, drama, and highlights unleashed. The backstory. Charles Oliveira calls out lightweight fighters. In the world of MMA, where every fight is a high-stakes battle, the drama often extends far beyond the confines of the octagon. Such is the case with the recent controversy surrounding Charles Oliveira and his scheduled fight at UFC Rio. After Oliveira's opponent, Rafael Fiziev, was forced to withdraw due to injury, the Brazilian fighter took to the media to call out several of his lightweight counterparts who had publicly offered to step in on short notice. In an interview with MMAfighting.com, Oliveira expressed his frustration with the fighters who had initially volunteered to replace Fiziev, only to decline when the UFC reached out to them. Everybody knows my UFC Rio fight is off, but don't fall for the talk of these guys out there saying, "I'm here. I'll go because the UFC is calling." And they're all saying, "Oh, there's not enough time to make weight." "Oh, I can't," Oliveira said. The Brazilian fighter went on to call out the hypocrisy of these fighters, who were quick to tout their willingness to step up on social media, but ultimately backed down when the opportunity presented itself. "They're posting this on the internet to get hype. Stop it. It's not a good look," Oliveira continued. "I want to fight at UFC Rio. I asked for this fight. My opponent got hurt. Then 10 guys show up saying they would fight. So far, every time the UFC calls asking, 'Let's fight,' they say, 'I can't.'" One of the fighters who had initially offered to step in, Matt Gamro, responded to Oliveira's comments, expressing his desire to face the Brazilian in his own house and promising a true masterclass on the ground. However, Oliveira's message was clear. He wants fighters who are willing to back up their words with action, not just empty promises. Jon Jones and the White House card. Daniel Cormier weighs in. In another intriguing development, former UFC champion Daniel Cormier shared his thoughts on the ongoing saga surrounding Jon Jones and his desire to fight on the upcoming White House card. Jones has been vocal about his interest in competing on the prestigious event, even going so far as to discuss it on the red carpet at the Grammys. However, UFC President Dana White has been more hesitant to grant Jones' request, a stance that Cormier doesn't necessarily agree with. "I remember when he canceled that fight against Ja. Dana said he'll never headline again. This time he seems like he is not going to back down and allow for him to be on his White House card," Cormier said in an interview. "And if I'm being completely honest, I don't know that I agree. I think I would let him fight." Cormier's reasoning is that when the UFC is fighting on the White House lawn, they want American fighters who can win. He believes that even though Conor McGregor is the favorite against Michael Chandler, the American fighter could still pull off an upset. At the end of the night, imagine if we're on the White House lawn and the Americans aren't winning fights. And that could happen because when the opening line for McGregor versus Chandler comes out, Chandler is going to be a pretty substantial underdog, as he should be, Cormier explained. While Cormier acknowledges the concerns surrounding Jones' past transgressions, he believes that the UFC should find a way to make the fight happen, perhaps by including strict contractual obligations to ensure Jones' compliance. "I think that you put some things in his contract that makes it very costly to not follow through," Cormier said. Gene Silva calls out Yair Rodriguez. Shifting gears, we turn our attention to the featherweight division, where Gene Silva is looking to make a statement. After his recent TKO loss to Diego Lopez, Silva is eager to get back in the octagon and has his sights set on a matchup with Yair Rodriguez. In an interview with AG Fight, Silva expressed his desire to face Rodriguez in December, saying, "Now I'm going to stay quiet and listen, but you can bet that our paths will cross sooner than you think. I want Yair Rodriguez in December." Silva's loss to Lopez was a setback, but the Brazilian fighter is determined to bounce back and prove his worth in the featherweight division. A fight against the highly ranked Rodriguez would be a significant opportunity for Silva to showcase his skills and potentially earn a spot among the division's elite. Alex Pereira prepares for a rematch with Ankalaev. In the middleweight division, Alex Pereira is gearing up for a rematch with Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 320. Pereira, who currently weighs 234 pounds, has been documenting his preparation for the fight on his Instagram channel. In a recent vlog, Pereira expressed his excitement for the upcoming bout, saying, "It's hard. It's funny. I don't think it's difficult, because I can skate better. I can walk. So as I don't think you're really slippery. Perfume. Las Vegas. So yes, we leaving tomorrow and wish us good luck. We leave it with the whole team. Thank you. Let's go Las Vegas." Pereira and Ankalaev have history, with the two fighters having previously met in a highly competitive bout. The rematch promises to be another thrilling clash between two of the division's top contenders, and Pereira is clearly determined to come out on top this time around. Merab Dvalishvili adjusts to life as a UFC champion. In the bantamweight division, Merab Dvalishvili is set to defend his title against Corey Sandhagen at UFC 320. However, the Georgian fighter admits that he's still adjusting to the lifestyle that comes with being a UFC champion. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Dvalishvili expressed his desire to have a quick turnaround and face Petr Yan if he emerges victorious against Sandhagen. "I want to ask the UFC favor to fight fourth time this year if I win. First, I have to win this fight. I'm very focused because, like I said, I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for me. If I win this fight, I want to come back quick and give Petr Yan his fight because he's the clear contender right now, and he's the most deserving guy in my weight class," Dvalishvili said. However, the champion also acknowledged the challenges that come with his newfound fame and success. "Every fight in UFC is very important for me. Even when I was not fighting for the belt, or now I'm fighting for the belt. Every fight doesn't matter. Even my first fight in the UFC or my third fight, I'm treating every fight the same. I have same goal and same motivation. I'm even more motivated. But it's just when you're the champion, you become popular. You've got more distractions, more people. You have more opportunities. And of course, I have family. I have friends, I have teammates, coaches, neighbors. You have to split the time for everyone, which is hard. And I'm trying to deal with this, figure out," Dvalishvili explained. Despite the added pressures, Dvalishvili remains focused on the task at hand, determined to defend his title and continue his rise to the top of the bantamweight division. Ilia Topuria catches all the sticks on the reaction speed test. In a display of lightning-fast reflexes, featherweight contender Ilia Topuria showcased his impressive reaction speed in a recent training video. The Instagram post featured Topuria effortlessly catching all the sticks in a reaction speed test, further solidifying his reputation as one of the division's most dynamic and skilled fighters. Topuria's ability to react and respond with such precision is a testament to his dedication to his craft and the countless hours he has spent honing his skills. As he continues to climb the featherweight ranks, fans and analysts alike will undoubtedly be keeping a close eye on the Georgian fighter, eager to see what other impressive feats he can accomplish inside the octagon. Kayla Harrison reflects on her rivalry with Juliana Pena. In the world of women's MMA, the rivalry between Kayla Harrison and Juliana Pena has been a captivating storyline. However, in a recent interview with MMAfighting.com, Harrison revealed that her opinion of Pena has improved since their encounter. "I definitely said that I wouldn't be friends with her, but I think I was wrong. I'm woman enough to admit when I'm wrong. I say I'm wrong," Harrison said. Sharing that prayer was really powerful. "I just wanted to go pray for her, but when she prayed for me, that was a really telling moment for me. She's a sportswoman. She sold this fight. She did what she had to do, and I respect that. Actually, I had a lot of fun, too. It's definitely the most trash talk and the most tension I've ever really had in a fight, and I enjoyed that. I had fun. I think she's cool. She's legit. I'm cool with Juliana." Despite the newfound respect, Harrison doesn't believe a rematch between the two fighters is in the cards anytime soon. "I mean, I don't think so," she said. "Again, not talking crap. I think she's 2-2 in her last 4, or 3-3 in her last 6, something like that. I think you got to go back to the drawing board and get some wins. There's also a whole division. There's a lot of young, hungry killers coming up. We'll see. I'll fight whoever they want me to fight, but in my heart, I don't think that we'll fight again." The evolution of Harrison's perspective on Pena is a testament to the growth and maturity of both fighters, and it will be interesting to see how their careers unfold in the years to come. Tom Aspinall prepares to defend his heavyweight title. In the heavyweight division, Tom Aspinall is gearing up to defend his title against Cyril Gane at UFC 321 next month. Aspinall has been documenting his preparation for the highly anticipated bout on his social media channels, sharing training montages and updates with his fans. As the champion, Aspinall will undoubtedly be facing a formidable challenge in Gane, but the British fighter appears to be more than ready for the task at hand. With his impressive skill set and unwavering determination, Aspinall is poised to put on a show and cement his status as one of the top heavyweights in the world. John Anik reflects on the magnitude of Canelo versus Crawford. In a recent interview, veteran play-by-play commentator John Anik shared his thoughts on the magnitude of the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford boxing match, which he had the honor of calling. It did feel like the biggest live sporting event that I had ever called, with Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov right below it. And the only reason I say that is because of what Buff said, 70,000 strong. It's sort of hard to put a comp on that, Anik said, referring to the massive crowd that packed Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas for the event. Anik went on to praise the venue, stating that it felt like the perfect stadium for combat sports, with the audience being on top of the ring more than away from it. He also acknowledged the significance of the fight, noting the legacy swing for these two athletes and the stakes involved. Anik's experience calling the Canelo versus Crawford fight is a testament to his expertise and the gravity of the event itself. As a seasoned play-by-play commentator, Anik's insights provide valuable perspective on the magnitude of the biggest fights in combat sports. Alexander Pantoja reveals his UFC pound-for-pound rankings. In a recent interview, flyweight contender Alexander Pantoja shared his personal UFC pound-for-pound rankings, offering a unique perspective on the sport's elite fighters. Speaking to Overdogs podcast, Pantoja revealed his top picks. 1. Kamaru Usman. 2. Islam Makhachev. 3. Merab Dvalishvili. Pantoja's rankings showcase his deep understanding of the sport and the respect he has for his fellow fighters. His inclusion of Makhachev and Dvalishvili, who have both been making waves in their respective divisions, demonstrates Pantoja's keen eye for talent and his ability to recognize the rising stars in the UFC. Israel Adesanya wants to rematch Sean Strickland. In the middleweight division, former champion Israel Adesanya is eyeing a potential rematch with Sean Strickland. Adesanya's head coach, Eugene Berman, recently spoke to Submission Radio about Adesanya's plans for the future. Izzy right now had basically the start of the year off after the Imavov loss, and he has come back into training in the last couple of months. He's training regularly. So he's training every day, twice a day, and he needs to prepare his mind and body for a potential fight at the end of this year, Berman said. As far as opponents, I don't know. Izzy's got a couple more in him. Just give him a fun fight. Give him something exciting. Give him something fun. When asked about potential opponents, Berman acknowledged Adesanya's desire to rematch Strickland, who defeated the former champion in their previous encounter. I think naturally, as a fighter, Izzy wants to get that one back. I think that's just natural. He knows Sean got the better of him. You can't take nothing away from Sean that night, but I think Izzy or us as a team feel that we can definitely put on a better performance against Strickland. But that was his night. Sean got the job done, and he held the title for a little bit, and that was his night. Thanks for watching MMA Unleashed. Smash that like button, drop your fight picks in the comments, and subscribe so you never miss the next war inside the cage.